So, have you studied this before? This ED endings? You remember a little bit?
Yeah.
Anyone else remember a little bit? Kind of familiar. Okay. So there are those 3 rules, and don't worry, I've written them down for you. But we first want to just step back a little bit and talk about voiced and voiceless consonants or sounds, okay? Because those are really important when we decide which ED pronunciation to use. For example, the F sound and the V sound are different. So let's hear you say this sound. So this sound. Louder. So I should hear like a buzz.
Yeah.
That's a voiced sound, and you can sometimes feel it when you hold your side of your neck here. There's a vibration. When you say, there's no sound that comes with that. It's not voiced, voiceless. But the V sound, you can hear it. Right? That's voiced. Let's try another one. What about, what's this sound here? Right? Is there any, do you feel vibration?
Voiceless.
What about,
No.
I don't hear enough of you. Yeah, I can hear that. So that's a voiced sound. She mentioned these two at the end of the video. Okay? What's that sound? And this sound. So is this voiced?
Yeah.
Yes. You can feel it on the side. This is just, I can't change the tone. I can't do it with S. So then this, you know this is voiceless. Okay. What about, I want you to raise your hand if it's a voiced sound, okay? Raise your hand if it's voiced.
No. Voice.
Who says voiced? Yeah, and some say voice. Can I change the pitch? Yeah, it is a voiced one. Same with and. It's tricky. These aren't really easy, okay? It's not super obvious sometimes. I'll write a few more on here just so you have them. Some of these hard consonant sounds, like, say it with me. Yeah, I can't, there's no pitch in there. Not, but there's 2 different THs. I know you guys have studied that one already, because those are hard. done Zs. J, 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 j. There's a few more that are in there as well. Those are the general ones, okay? Okay, so I have a handout for you. And on this front page, it gives you an example, and it gives you the rules, okay? We'll look through them together to clarify. And this is a good reference sheet for you. And understand that if you say one of these words wrong or mispronounce that ed ending, usually you are still understood, right? If I say looked instead of looked, most Canadians will still understand you, but it's just cleaner and sharper if you say it properly, right? According to how a native speaker would say it. So if you're looking to improve your accent or your pronunciation, this is an important part. Okay, let's look at rule number 1. If the verb ends with a voiceless sound, p, k, you pronounce the ed ending as t. Okay, so I'll say the word and you repeat. Looked.
Looked.
Stopped.
Stopped.
Washed.
Washed.
Passed.
Passed.
Watched.
Washed.
Scuffed.
Scuffed.
Good. Rule number 2. If the verb ends with the voiced sound, ooh, j, g, b, v, w, z, or a vowel sound, okay? We're going to add that now. A vowel sound. You pronounce the ed ending as a d, right? Agreed.
Agreed.
So there's that vowel sound. E. Charged.
Charged.
Ordered.
Ordered.
Loved.
Loved.
Cried.
Cried.
Brainstormed.
Brainstormed.
Good. You feeling all right? So far so good? Okay. The verb that ends with the sounds T or D, t, d, then we pronounce the ed ending with a id. And it actually adds an extra syllable onto the word. So that's a really good clue when you're trying to figure out how to say it as well. Decided.
Decided.
Right, so we have decide, and then we add the id. Decided.
Decided.
Wanted.
Wanted.
Ended.
Ended.
Needed.
Needed.
Started.
Started.
Comprehended.
Comprehended.
Yeah? Feel okay? Okay, you ready? Let's try. I don't know why. I always have colored paper, and that's okay. Can you hand one of those out to everyone? And one of those out to everyone? And I can jump in. Not the big paper. Everyone needs one of every color. And you can see that there's a letter on each color. We're going to do a little exercise of listening. a word, and I want you to listen. And whatever ending you hear, I want you to raise that color. Okay? You'll have to be brave. Don't look at what other people, just what you hear. And I'll give you a minute just to hear it, and I'll try to be clear. Okay? Stopped. Ready to raise? Stopped.
Green.
Right. Stopped. Say it.
Stop. Stop.
Good. Okay. Texted. Texted. Yeah. To text someone, and then you say, I texted. Texted. Good. Looked. 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 Good. Because it has that k sound, so then you need the T. Good. Wanted. Wanted. Want. Wanted. Oh, that's a tricky one. Want-ed. Right? So there, it's a two-syllable word when you add that ed. Pardon?
And listen to it. Listen.
Yeah.
Listen.
Want-ed. Good. So that was an ed. Manufactured. Whoa, that was great. Good job. Manufactured. Erd. Very good. Erased. Erased. She erased my document. Erased. Okay, try saying it, Shu. Erased.
Erased. Okay.
Erased. So it's okay when we're practicing to overemphasize, right? When you're talking, it might be, oh, she erased the document. When we're saying it, erased. It's okay to go slower to practice it. Judged. Judged. That one's tricky. Judge. Inserted. Inserted. Good. Good self-correction. Inserted. It helps when I slow it down, right? She inserted the disc. Inserted. Mowed. Mowed. To mow the lawn, right? Cut the grass on the lawn, mowed. Yeah, mowed. D. Say it with me, mowed.
Mowed.
Mowed. Scuffed. Yay, 100%. Fantastic. Does anyone know what scuffed means? Do you know this word? It's in your... So here's the verb scuff. Scuff means to kind of make a mark. I often say I scuffed my shoes. So if I have a mark on my shoes, it's because something rubbed against them and made a scuff mark. Maybe on your floor, she scuffed the floor. It's not a cut, but maybe a rub against something. Yeah. It's a fun word. Okay, so good, you're getting better. Now on the back, of your handout, as you notice, what does it say on the top? What is the title?
Past tense regular verbs.
Advanced. Advanced.
Sensed.
So some of you may have done the basic, the simpler ones a few months ago. So these ones are more difficult. All right? I want you to work on this. So you look at the word, say it, listen to the sound. Look at your rules. Is it voiced? Is it voiceless? Is it a vowel? Is it a t or a d sound at the end? And write the words into the right column. If you want to work together with a partner, that's totally okay, right? Sometimes it helps to hear someone else say it. So follow the rules to say it properly and then put it into the right column. Okay, I'll give you about 7 minutes, and then we'll review.